Welcome to the English Literature and Creative Writing Department at Lancaster University. In these episodes, you'll get to know our students and their experiences studying at our department.
My name's Erin Wilson. I'm currently going into my final year at Lancaster. I'm an English literature and history student. I'm originally from Helmshaw, this little village in Rosendale outside Manchester. I used to be a jazz dancer. I wasn't intending to come to university. I was in the top end of sixth form. I was thinking I was going to go into a job or an apprenticeship, something like that. I was put off by the amount of money that went into university with the potential of not guaranteed a job at the end of it. So I thought I'll try and look for work instead. But then, like most sort of sixth form year 13 students do, you get emails about open days, university, and I got one from Lancaster. So I thought, go and have a look, just in case, look at all the options. And I just loved it. I went on the open day. It was a glorious sunny day. I looked around the English department. I loved the courses. The courses just sounded incredible. I loved the campus. Everyone was just so nice. Like, I bombarded all the tutors with so many questions about the course and learning and what modules you'd be doing, all this sort of stuff. And it was never a chore for them. They were all just so lovely to me, and I thought this was somewhere I could see myself studying. It felt like home. It felt somewhere that I could, that I belonged, and I just felt so comfortable more than anything. I mean, first of all, it's great being in such close proximity with so many people, not only in your flat, but then in your seminars, in your lectures, in societies, just in day-to-day interactions. So it's probably that, because obviously, even though it's good and, I've made some really good friends off the first couple of weeks of uni who I'm still friends with now, but obviously you're always going to meet people that you don't get on with and you don't gel with, and the most difficult thing was just adjusting to that. So once I've graduated, I'm hoping to go into journalism. Currently trying to sort of scramble some work experience, bits and bobs over the summer. It's what I'd really like to do, so whether that be as like a columnist or a writer or a reporter or a broadcaster, something like that. I'm still sort of figuring that out, but that's definitely the sector I'd like to go in, just because, well, I'm part of the student newspaper here. I'm the editor of Scan, the student newspaper, and that's just been such a fulfilling experience whilst I've been at uni. I joined pretty much as soon as I started university, and it's just been so much fun. Again, just meeting like-minded people, but then also the stuff I've got to cover. So Roses, which is the big sports event at the end of the year, going to the Dukes almost weekly to watch new shows, going to the cinema to watch new films, listening to music, going to free shows, all this sort of stuff. I just love that experience of finding new things and just writing. I love writing. So I think that's definitely what I want to do when I finish, is to go into journalism. My favourite module was in my second year. I studied a module called British Romanticism, which studies romantic authors, romantic poets. So anyone who knows me will know that I'm obsessed with Jane Austen. One of my favourite books is Pride and Prejudice, and we studied Jane Austen on the course. I had to wait until the very end of the year to do Northanger Abbey, but we did it nonetheless, and I loved it. And it's just, not only did it encourage my love of romantic authors even more, so like Jane Austen, Percy Shelley, John Keats, Equiano, Wordsworth. We just did so many, and there's so many brilliant authors in romanticism, but it helped me find so many more good authors and so many books that I loved as well. And it was so interesting. And so my seminar tutor was Keith Hanley, and I always look forward to his seminars every Thursday morning. He was just so funny and lively and engaging, and it was just such an interesting course. Romanticism itself is just fascinating. All these writers who've taken inspiration just from nature in their lives. It's showing how much humanity's changed, and it's just so interesting. I love the books. I love the writing. It's poetic. It's beautiful. It's so interesting. I loved it so much. It's definitely been, I think, probably my favourite module at uni as a whole. Every course is going to be hard because of the workload, and you'll be stressed, but the stress is worth it when you're studying something you absolutely love. So just research, find what you love, and follow that interest, follow that passion, I would say. I studied, obviously, English Lit all the way through high school, and then it got to GCSEs, and I chose English Lit again, and I loved it. I mean, I'm book obsessed. I have so many books. My room is just full of books that I don't need, but I just keep buying them because I love them. I love reading, and if I got the chance to study even more books and do it academically, then I was going to do that. So that's the reason I love literature. I love reading books. My favourite part of reading is the fact that I could read a text 10, 15, God knows how many times, and I'd always find something different. I remember doing that at my GCSEs, and I read Arthur Miller, A View from the Bridge, and I read it about 8 times, and I always found something different, and that's just what I loved about literature. The learning, I love reading, I love finding new things. So I just love books in general, so I just wanted to do what I loved, and what I love is reading.
If you want to know more about the department, please check out our website at www.lancaster.ac.uk. Look there for the Department of English, Literature and Creative Writing. You can also follow us on social media. We would love to hear from you.